What's up, YouTube? It's like the wee hours of the morning, and I had these thoughts that I didn't want to lose, so I'm going to make this video. I can't sleep, so I wanted to get this out. I just, two very, very amazing things happened to me this week, and I wanted to talk to you about them. And it just goes to show that for me, God really does exist. He really is trying to connect with you. I wanted to, first of all, before I go into this video, I wanted to make one thing clear. As I remembered what I had said in my last video, that I was really kind of having a breakdown on Monday. And that's okay. You know, this is what happens. This is what people go through coming out of this kind of abuse. And I'm trying to be real, you know, with everyone, and especially, like I said, with myself and with God. But I did say in that last video to be very careful of these, you know, Bible thumping kind of people. And so, first of all, not everybody is like that. What I did want to clarify is that you know, obviously I consider myself to be a very, you know, I'm very into spirituality. I'm not into religion, per se. I was born and raised Catholic, and I've known some very wonderful people in the church, and I grew up with a very amazing priest. I have nothing terrible to say about him at all. He was a wonderful man. He's still alive. He is a wonderful man. However, you know, I've heard and seen and there is good and there is evil, and that's it. So I'm not going to get into different religions, different you know, to each his own. But what I was trying to get at was that just what I was trying to warn people about are these people that claim to be so spiritual, and they're always talking about, you know, they're always quoting, they're going into bars, and they're trying to get people to talk about God. First of all, you're a hypocrite, okay? You're sitting there drunk, okay, because you've already, it's been 1 hour and you've had 3 drinks, and you're trying to talk to people about God. It's just, I don't know. I just, be very careful of people like that is what I was trying to say. However, and also, you know, it is kind of a personal thing. So it's like, when people are doing that off the bat, and they're just constantly like trying to like get people to believe, and they're walking around and they're trying to get people, and they're preaching all the time. There's a difference between like how you live your life, and that's the example, and people that are just preaching, you know, and they're not living by the example. And as you get to know them, you can see that, you know, that they're full of it. So that's really what I was trying to get at. I wasn't saying that all people that do speak about it are bad, but just obviously go by their actions and not their words. You know, how are they living their life? Okay, so on Monday night, I was praying. I was very upset, clearly, and for many reasons, and I was praying, and I said to God, you know, please just give me a sign. Give me some sort of like sign that, you know, that I'm not going crazy, or that I want to know, you know, I just need to know. I need to know, I needed some sort of a sign with everything that's been going on. And I fell asleep, and I fell asleep listening to Derek Prince. I would encourage everybody to go check his information out there. He's got a lot of books. He's got a lot of YouTube channels. I'm sorry, he's got a lot of content on YouTube. And anyway, I'm sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought right now because somebody's outside and I can hear them. I think it's my neighbor, but at any rate, and I'm talking like really loud. So he probably thinks I'm a nut, but he's probably like, who is she talking to at, you know, the wee hours of the morning? Anyway, so just I was listening to Derek Prince. I was falling asleep, and I happened to turn over, and I heard this woman's voice, and I could not believe what I was hearing. It woke me up out of a sound sleep. Like, I could hear what she was saying. It was the answer, you guys, to all of my prayers. It was the answer to everything. Like, everything I have been thinking, everything the theories I've had on what narcissism truly is and where it's coming from, everything that I've known to be true. This woman summed it up, and it was I looked on the video, 2.5 hour presentation she gave on what she calls diabolical narcissism. Her name's Anne Barnard. Okay, so she goes places that no one is willing or dares to go in this video, okay? And some of the things are very controversial that she does say, okay? And I'm not going to comment here on whether or not I believe in some of that stuff that she is talking about. But what I am saying is, please do yourself a favor at least and check this out. I'm going to put the link to it in the drop down bar here. Please just check it out. Open up just expand your mind to what she has to say. It is 2.5 hours long. I made the time on Tuesday evening to make sure I came back and watched and listened to the rest of it. But the thing that I really want to stress is it's unreal to me that she did her research. She's not just up there giving her opinion. She's got a lot of research backing up what she's trying to say, which is amazing. And so at any rate, that happened, and like I said, and it was like an answer to my prayers. It's everything I was saying over the summer when I think it was like my first YouTube video talking about the spiritual effects or the demonic influence that narcissists have in your life, and there it was. You know, it was like, it's incredible. It's incredible. So definitely check that out. But I did also want to say that don't ever stop talking about this stuff, you know, and sharing this information with people, and trying to get this information to people and trying to reach people with this stuff. Because you might think that people aren't listening, or that they think you're crazy, or you know, I want to give you an example that happened, another amazing thing that happened. I've been, you know, I grew up very, very close to my mom. My mom is like my best friend. And in recent years, my mom and I haven't really had a close relationship for numerous reasons. And it's kind of hard. And it's been difficult, you know. And without really getting into that, you know, and I do believe there's been an influence over her. When we want to talk about demonic influences, I do believe that. And she knows that I believe that. I've talked to her about this stuff. So I have been talking to her about this stuff now for probably, her and my father, I've been talking about this stuff I want to say probably about a good like year and a half. I've been openly like having these conversations, and I haven't been getting much of a reaction from them. They just kind of look at me, you know, and they listen, but they're not really saying much. Well, I called her about this video. And I was so like just happy to have found it, and to have found someone that really summed up what it is I've been thinking, and that I'm not going crazy. And this woman just like, you know, this video is amazing. So I'm telling her about it, right? And she's listening, and she's like, wow, you know, and she told me today or yesterday, which I couldn't believe it. She told me that she was getting some tests done at the hospital, and the woman that was doing her one of the nurses that was working with her started talking to her, and my mom said she all of a sudden just was like, came out with, do you know, the woman says to my mom, do you know anything about narcissism? And my mom started to laugh, right? And my mom was like, oh, you should, you know, talk to my daughter. My daughter is like, you know, she studies this stuff. She's lived it. She's, you know, and my mom starts talking. And my mom told me that she started to tell this woman my theories on narcissism. And the woman answered her sentence for her and says, yeah, it's the devil. And your daughter's right. So, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, and you know, this little town of, of Killingly, Connecticut, you know, it's just crazy. So anyway, yeah, I really wanted to, share that with everybody. Don't stop talking. Don't stop talking about this stuff. Try to help other people with this. Try to get this information to people that could use it. You might, like I said, you might think that it's not affecting somebody else, but it is. It is. It's getting, you know, we need to get this information out to people, because that's the only way we're going to get these things, these entities, these evils to stop. And that's what this Anne Bernhardt was talking about. She's talking about how, exactly what I said in one of my videos, that it's not, you know, this is the most amazing point she made. And this is how I've been feeling. This is why I didn't go back to school for psychology and become a counselor. Because, you know, at one point I thought that that's what I was supposed to be doing. Because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the psychology. She sums it up that psychology gives people an excuse. It's an excuse. Oh, you know, he's really short. She says, you know, that's so let's call it the Napoleon complex. Like, you know, and I love that she says it's not about hiding behind terms and definitions and disorders and whatever else it is. People have a choice, and they do. It's not that they don't understand. That's the thing. That's the thing that, like, we have to remind ourselves. It's like, they know the difference between good and evil. They know. They're choosing to do evil. That's the issue. Now, we could go a step further, and we can say that hiding behind saying that you have a demon inside of you is also an excuse. Well, it is, because what I'm trying to say is that they have a choice to get rid of that. They don't want to. They like having these demons inside of them. They enjoy going through this. And in time, they're infecting you with their spirits. They're infecting you with what's inside of them. This demonic influence inside of them is affecting you. And in time, you're going to get so used to dramas and psychos in your life, and the drama that the psychos are bringing to your life. And you're not going to notice, you're not going to want to cast these things out of you either. You're going to want to keep that inside of you because it's familiar, because it's something you've been living with for far too long. So we need to save ourselves. We need to. And it's hard work, but it can be done. And on Monday, I was totally taken over by these spirits. They were getting to me. They got to me, you know. But I realize I'm much stronger than them. I do have the power of God in my life. And that's what is making me, that's what's attracting them to people like you and I, because we do have a lot of light inside of us, and they're coming to you like bugs, you know, they're attracted to the light, but it's because they want to dim your light. It's not because they think you're wonderful. It's because they want to come to the light. They're attracted to it, but it's so they can dim it. So that's really what I wanted to say today. Hope you all have a wonderful Thursday. I'm so off with the days this week because of Monday being a holiday and not going into work. Anyway, I am Trace Face. It's time we all face the truth together. Please like, subscribe, share this video with others, and let's try to get this information out. Please check out this video. Like I said, there's a lot of controversial stuff she's going to say, and it doesn't mean that you should shut it off or not watch the entire thing. You know, there are some points that she's going to say that I don't know that you'll agree with wholeheartedly, but I'm like I said before, I'm encouraging you to just open up your mind to this concept that it's not psychology, it's greater, it's spirituality, it's the fight, like I said, between good and evil, and that's it. She is right. Psychology stops people from realizing that you can just say, that's a bad person. That's a good person. That's all it is, guys. That's all it is. And yes, we are human beings. We all make mistakes. But evil people, evil, truly evil, bad people, know they're making the mistakes. Continue making the mistakes. No, they're not mistakes. They know exactly what they're doing, and that's what makes them a bad person. And sick and evil. I am Trace Face. It's time we all face the truth together.